What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Film study for rookies. Today, man, this video about Trey Lance is interesting because as I watch him, I'm like, okay, he's got all the intangibles as you want as an NFL quarterback, but why is he not succeeding? And you go back to the first play, you're like, if you could put Trey Lance in an offense where you can roll him out heavy on the run game, I mean, the speed he has, right? So let's say defenders, they play over the top, right? They all play over the top. Bang. Trey Lance will go get you yards. Let's say he's got to make a tight throw. He's got the arm strength to do that. Let's say he's got to throw it 30, 40 yards on the run. He's got the arm strength to do that. But why isn't it working with Trey Lance? Right here, he's got the great stance, hips open. You see him keeping his eyes down the field. Backer drops down right there to play man coverage. Take a look what happens. Bang. Post route over the top against the cover one. Everything's looking good. But then we get to this point right here, and we're like, Trey, my guy, what are we doing? He makes the right read. We're watching this defender right here. If he starts at any point to go with the receiver to the left side, bang, go to the outside receiver. So as you're going to see, if Trey Lance puts that out here for the receiver to go get, that's going to be money. But somehow Trey puts this ball almost where it's easier for the linebacker to go get it. Now, you could say, man, you're being too hard on Trey. And part of me thinks that, but he does this so often. It's like, why does this keep happening to him? Right here, it's 3rd and 10. Let's take a look what happens. A 3-by-1 set. And overthrows it. But you see the potential there, right? And this is what I talked about at the beginning of the video. Trey Lance has an arm. To me, half of it's footwork and half of it's a mental thing, to be honest with you, right? Reading the defense, bang. He knows he's going to be able to hit this, corner route, give or take, maybe a sell route over the top right there. Just puts a little bit too much on it. But here's the thing, though. Right here, it might have been a cover 3, In Trey Lance, the only read he has to make right here is the DB, right? DB doesn't want to get beat over the top, so he's going to be a little more cautious than, let's say, man coverage where he has help over the top. This is an easy throw for Trey right here, right? That's an easy throw. The problem is, how does he do with the difficult throws? And against the Commanders, there was a few times, and I want to put them all in here, but there was a few times in the red zone where Trey, he couldn't make the throw. And right here is where you have to be. You got to be almost perfect as a quarterback, in the red zone. You're going to have to make those tight throws. Right here, I like the read. He puts a lot on that. I'm not sure why. He's reading that, sees the DB, play the receiver right there. He knows he has a corner route. With that arm strength he has, I'm not sure why he's lobbing that. I get it. It's going to be a tough throw, but it's not like he has a weak arm. He has a strong arm. When it's all said and done, I'm not sure what the thought process is there, though, to be honest. Next play, we're going to look at right here. Let's take a look what happens. You got the ball in the 2. It's 4th down. Trey Lance showing you what he can do besides all the arm talent. Then right here, just a little short. And what happened right here? This is what I'm talking about. This is mental. This is trying to do too much. Okay. Take a look at his footwork as he's releasing this ball. I mean, he's literally got his hips closed. That's problem number 1. But quarterbacks with a strong arm can sometimes overcompensate for that, right? And what I mean by that is sometimes the hips being open don't matter as much because they're naturally stronger. But the next thing to watch is right here. He's literally going one way, throwing the ball the other way. Are we shocked it's short? I'm not shocked, to be honest. Because if you take a look right here, there's no reason he can't open up his hips. Right? There's no reason. And I mean, you could make the argument too, if he just takes this thing out a little bit farther, let your guy continue to run right there, bang, just throw it to him. Right? But take a look what happens instead. Now he has to come up for it. I mean, the ball's short. This is what I'm talking about with Trey Lance. He has everything you want in a quarterback. But then you see him do things like this on 4th and 2 right before half. You needed points and you don't get anything. It's going to hurt. Trey Lance, he's making great reads right here. Drag right underneath, bang, receiver takes DB with them. Boom, right? Get it to your guy in space. The only knock on Trey is just the inconsistency. The inconsistency every single time. Even on the bad throws that we've seen from him, he was still making the right read. His drop back has looked good. Right here, you see him progress from the left to the right. And this is one where I'm shocked we don't. Well, let's take a look at this again, all right? We're going to read our receiver going in motion, bang. Okay, he looks at that. Okay, that's picked up, bang. And this is automatic for him, right? If the DB drops to pick up, I believe, Turpin right there, corner out, that's money because you got him playing the flat. All right, perfect. Got our guy. He's going to drop back. He's throwing it right there. Another lob pass, which I get right there, and he almost brought that in. In all seriousness, this was actually a pretty good throw. DB does a great job, He gets on the outside, bang, works his way back to the receiver's inside shoulder. The only knock here on Trey would have been, just relax in the pocket. Because take a look. When he throws this thing, he's like falling backwards as he throws it. Again, really not a bad throw considering how the DB plays it. Trey's just got to relax a little bit. And the last play we're going to look at right here, Trey Lance, little play action, keeps his hips open. Nobody's really open per se, but he doesn't give up. Keeps his hips open and keeps his eyes down the field. Final thoughts on Trey are this. He's got all the intangibles you want. He's fast. I mean, he's got speed. He's got an arm. He does a pretty good job reading defenses. He's just inconsistent. I think part of it's obviously the mental thing. The other part is footwork, and rushing things. If he can work on that, I honestly think he'll succeed in the NFL. Let me know your thoughts. That's going to wrap it up. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Film Study for Rookies is out. Take it easy.